It's been more than a minute. I think it's time is actually due, so we're just gonna come back and do this thing now. So Gorilla Hustle.
Yeah!
Boys.
Yes!
Official status Q.
Wicked. Who else have we got in the building?
We've got officialramz.gh.
Excellent, man. And you got the merchant here _ You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah? For nonsense and business.
You know?
Yeah, no,
Let's keep
definitely.
this thing going strong. Still Gorilla Hustle. It's another episode for you.
We're back!
Same
people!
trio. The Deadly Trio is back again. Official status Q.
Topic of how do you start a business with no money? Startups in Jerusalem, yeah, do much better than startups, believe it or not, in America.
It's been more than a minute. I think it's time is actually due, so we're just gonna come back and do this thing now. So Gorilla Hustle.
Yeah!
Boys.
Yes!
Official status Q.
Wicked. Who else have we got in the building?
We've got officialramz.gh.
Excellent, man. And you got the merchant here _ You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah? For nonsense and business. And
For
stuff.
nonsense.
Nonsense is the first one.
Nonsense is and business. Okay. Yeah.
We're getting straight down to business.
We're getting straight down to business.
It's not a game, you know.
No, not at all. It's been a minute. Do you understand? We've all had our own worlds that we've been invested in. Do you understand? But it's only right that we come together and we discuss some topics that are concerning our listeners.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, one of the things I wanted to discuss today is this flipping topic of how do you start a business with no money?
Just like that, yeah.
Just like that. How do you start a business with no money? I guess it's because I get a lot of people coming up to me and they're just making excuses about life. So they're sick and tired with their job. They're sick and tired with life. So I turn around and give them the option, okay, you know, why don't you try and set up a business?
Yeah.
And then the next thing they mention is that they haven't got any money. Now, if you ain't got no money, then why are you working anyway? That's the problem. If you ain't got no money living in London, there's a problem. If you ain't got £50, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm a strong believer that in the climate that we're living in now, because of social media and stuff, there are so many ways to start a business with no money. But I think people just need to look really deep into what they're good at.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So yeah, that's just my take on it, man.
You reckon?
And yeah, that's just it, bro. Because it's like, what would you do, man?
What do you think, man?
I mean, look, I feel.
That might be controversial, you know.
I feel. You're always
You know
controversial.
what? What's wrong with you, man?
Bombo
You're always controversial.
man.
Bombo clat.
I
Yeah,
mean,
go on.
I feel in order to start business anyway, you need some capital. Now, in terms of like where you get that capital from, you know, I hear the same thing. Some people say, look, I don't have no money to start a business, and straight away, you can get an idea of what's going on in their mindset, because people automatically assume you need huge amounts of money to start a business, but that depends on what business you're starting.
Exactly.
Some businesses, believe it or not, could start with £100.
Exactly.
The problem being is people automatically look for the massive gain. People are always looking for, oh, I want that money where I don't have to go to work no more, or I don't have to, you know, I can buy a nice car. It doesn't work like that. It starts from a gradual process.
It's a grit. Yeah.
You aim to start a business where it might just bring in the odd £20 a month.
Oh, of course.
You understand? And that £20, all right, fair enough. To some people say, what kind of business is that bringing in £20 a month? But by the end of the year, it's £500.
Exactly.
You
bro.
can put that money back in and duplicate itself again, just like property.
Multiplication,
Reinvest. So
compounding.
now, instead of you getting that £500 every year, you start to get that £500 every 2 months.
Every 2 months.
Reinvest again. You start to get that £1,000 every month. Reinvest again.
Yeah.
And that it starts to become bigger. £1,000 every week.
Exactly.
Gradual process.
Exactly.
So I think,
I really like that point, by
Yeah.
the way, Ramsey. Just to
Yeah.
sort of elaborate on that so people really understand what
Yeah.
you're saying there. I think what you're saying is
yeah.
sometimes what happens, and I know you have to understand. I remember I speaking to my brother I'm in business with, and he said to me, he said, listen, I remember back in the day before we started business, and I actually, when we were thinking about starting a business, I actually asked the question out loud, is it even legal for me to start a business? I just want to point out to understand the difference of mindset as to where people are, like from before to now.
In what sense is it legal?
In the sense of, like, you know,
Is
like,
he supposed to start?
am
a
I
business?
allowed? Yeah,
Is
am
he
I
allowed to start a
allowed? Do
business?
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I allowed this? it's almost like a fear. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm so far away from that. And I remember Daniel was saying that time, like, registering a company is such a big deal, and someone will pay you, just please, I'll pay you £200, register my company.
Yeah.
Someone who's done it before knows it's just literally the dumbest thing.
Bro, listen, let me tell you, it's funny you just mentioned that, because I remember I went on a course last year, and it was a business course, and I was with all professionals, bro. All professionals. They work in London, in the city, and a lot of those individuals didn't know the basics of setting up a business, of forming a company, of registering it online. So that fear factor, it resonates with a lot of people because it's a new path.
And I like that. See what I was sort of tapping into, because some of the feedback that we've been getting as well from some of the listeners out there is that, are we truly in tune with their true mindset? Do you understand? And what is really the mindset? I think that's what we really need to understand, because you can't really address a solution until you understand the mindset of the person you're dealing with. So that concept of snowballing, the concept of taking each step as it goes and not having correct expectations, that might be an advanced concept for some people.
What do you mean? In what sense?
In a sense where you might be dealing with a person who literally is asking the question, is it legal for me to even start a business? What do I do? Do I go and register a company, limited company? What industry do I go into? What type of business do I go into?
I mean, look.
Next thing you know, a lot of people talking about anything they see online. I'm going to start a fashion company or whatever.
Look, at the end of the day, not to make it so complex, it's as simple as this, You've got an idea, You haven't got no money to execute that idea, but you've got passion, So the only asset that you do have is yourself, as a person, okay? Now, I'll give you an example. Someone may be interested in selling t-shirts.
Cool.
Now, we live in a climate where it's so easy to get in contact with wholesalers, and you can invest as little as £50 into a business. You could get 5 t-shirts, you could design it by yourself, you could go on fiverr.com, get someone to design like a print or something like that, stick it on a t-shirt and sell it to your friends, sell it to your community. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's like what you said before. Is that the attitude of people initially is that they're thinking of, and I think that's because of social media, they're thinking about the end result and they're not thinking about the journey in order to get there. We're really and truly, we're meant to kind of like really think really simple about the objective, okay? Start off really simple, okay? And gradually culminate, gradually get better at what you do. So it's really all about creating a mindset where you simplify your acquisition. You simplify what you want to do in life. And it's funny, I was mentioning to someone the other day, in regards to setting up a business with no money and only having yourself as the asset. You, for example, Les Brown, he's a motivational speaker, and I was listening to something what he was saying before. He said when he first started his business, he never had a pot to piss in. He only had himself, and he only had his passion. He said he would be sleeping in his office, never even had a house, bro. Sleeping in his office, having a shower in the toilet, and in the evening time, going and motivating people and telling them to achieve their dreams. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is that he understood, that the only thing that he's got is himself. So he worked on that. He educated himself. So a person with no money, all you've got is yourself. That's it. You ain't got nothing else. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to work with what you've got, and how can you expound with that? And let me tell you something, it's funny, the world, if you think to yourself that I'm going to make it happen, you will make it happen. Not to sound all philosophical, like it's weird because look, a person may have a business idea, they ain't got a pot to piss in, they're sitting on the train, they might network with someone, chat rubbish to them, say, I've got this wicked business idea, but they're talking to an investor. That investor is just broke up with his missus. That investor is looking for enlightenment. He's looking for something special. That's the way the world works. It works in such a unique way that you don't know where that's gonna come from.
Exhaust every single resource,
brother. You got to exhaust everything, and that's the problem we're dealing with now.
I got
deficit.
I love this, I like the energy, man. I really
deficit.
Like deficit. And I tell you why. This is one thing what people don't understand. And this was the mindset that I had to overcome back in the day, in regards to business. Business was almost presented to me, at least. You understand? It was presented to me, at least, as if it's some kind of magic, or some secret. Do you understand? Or some kind of certain people have it.
No, to an extent, it's like that.
And I would argue, and I would say, business is a science.
Yeah.
And with the science, there's methodology and there's formula.
And that's what no, of course. And it's true. Some people,
And it can be tested.
Some
it can
people
be
understand
hypothesized,
business.
and it can be rigorously tested.
Some people understand business, some people don't.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. But the uniqueness is you don't have to be smart.
No, you don't.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
You don't have to be the smartest person, but it is a formula. It is trial and error. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not all pretty. You don't set up a business.
I feel I'd say there is an element of science, but I feel like business is like life. It's like it ties with natural process, like what's going on with life. Because I see business as like a child. So basically, what people are doing now, they're just like look at the adult and be like, oh wow, he's so successful. But they don't realize that he was once a baby and like he went through his own process of being
growth.
What happened? What was he doing when he was a kid? You know,
Exactly.
and that's the same as business. You have to understand it like, oh, it's not just one package you can just go off a shelf and pull. You have to. It takes nurturing. It takes building, and different things will happen.
Exactly.
You know, like as a child, you grow up, you might come from a broken home, and that might throw you off course, and you might come to something else. So I said you can have a science of business, but something could throw. Naturally, because we're living life, you could have a business and you could break up, like you said, you could break up your missus, and it could change the dramatics of the business totally.
Brother, you know what? You just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
I was listening to. Oh, actually, no, I weren't listening to something. I was speaking to someone, and he was saying to me that he was asking me a question. Do you know? Yeah, tying into what you just said. Do you know why? Not digressing from the topic, but do you know why startups in Jerusalem, do much better than startups, believe it or not, in America?
Right.
Because what he said is that it's a societal thing. You see, in Jerusalem, because they're threat of a war happening any time, when they set up businesses, they really ask themselves, why are they setting up this business anyway?
Yeah.
So the business has a strong emotion going into it. A strong sense of purpose. So they're not just setting up a business like what you just said, just setting up a business because, oh yeah, he's setting up a business, or I just listened to a flipping motivational thing by Puff Daddy and I want to be like that. No, they're setting up a business because it could go belly up anytime.
Right.
Whereas in America, they set up businesses to disrupt. They set up business because it's glamorous. They set up businesses because, you know, that's the trend and the in thing to do. So the point I'm trying to make is that for anyone that does want to set up a business, bruv, you've got to have some sort of, there's got to be something behind it. Like, for example, you might not be a person that you're flipping, that you're marketable. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you might not look good. You might be flipping, you might be pink, but you don't fit in to the orange. So you're saying to yourself, you know what, the only way I'm gonna get through is if I do it myself. Right. I become my own boss. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leverage from this, and listen to this, I'm gonna leverage from this. I'm gonna work part-time and then work full-time on my dream. I'm gonna educate myself to the best of my ability online. There's no excuses now, bro. The internet, you can go on YouTube and type in how to flip in go toilet. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's so much free resources out there, it's unbelievable. Right. So there's no real excuses in terms of setting up a business. The problem is that a lot of people are not serious about business. No. That's why businesses don't escalate.
I think people have that initial, like, people are keen, people are serious, but it's just, like I said, it's just that core understanding. You have to understand that, mate, you're in it for the long haul.
Brother, if you're serious about business, bro, you'll make, let me tell you something, bro, you will make it happen with aggression. You'll make it happen, bro, because it's survival at the end of the day. Listen, let me tell you something, it's survival. Business is survival, bro. When you go, let me tell you something, if you've worked in a startup before, bro, them people, the way they work, my brother, it's like they're going to war. War ready. Because look, they have to determine their business model. They've got to make sure that they fulfill the flipping forecast so that they can pay their bills. You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost like, that's what I'm saying. You have to have that attitude going into business. And every business person will tell you that, because business is shitty, bro. You can't go into business like, oh yeah, you know, just, you can be an introvert, you can be kind of like, yeah, I'm really shy and stuff like that. But you've got to be aggressive in what you're trying to achieve.
That's what I mean by being in it for the long haul, because, you know, like, you get a lot of people that you start up a business with, and you be like, yeah, you ready, and everyone's down. Believe me, everybody
beginning,
is
Everyone's
down.
down.
Yeah? Trust me, man will swear blind that nah, we're in it for the long haul. Yeah. But the moment you open the fridge and there's nothing there for like the next month, and you can't put money in there for the petrol and things like that. Man, yeah, the word boy comes out like boy.
I'm not boy, you know.
Yeah, boy. You know, like boy.
I tell you what I'm thinking.
Let me sit this 2-2 team first.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, so everyone can have that seriousness, but it's just what the key is understanding from the very beginning that you have to be in it for the long haul.
Painful.
You know what I mean? So you have to be patient, and there has to be a lot of perseverance.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, you know, there is different ways to start up a business, but something that has been successful for me and a lot of the people that I spar with, they say, take it at each time. Don't expect too much from it. Work 100%, but don't think, oh yeah, I've put this like service out there, I'm gonna get 1,000 customers tomorrow. If you get one customer, be grateful and continue pushing to make that 2, 3, 4. So if you start a business, don't aim in your head. Yes, you're aiming for the meals or whatever you're aiming for, but be realistic with yourself, and say, you know what, have patience. I've got something now that I'm doing. I'm only getting £30, but hey, it's £30 more than I had yesterday.
No, it's mad. That £30 has proved that your business model actually works.
Of course.
So all you got to do, you've just got to expound on that. Do you understand?
To make it 50.
To make it 50.
Every day that I live, I got so much